With awakening, it can feel like your life is falling apart. Your relationships, your work, and your beliefs. You're not broken or weak. You can be awakening. I'll guide you through 5 common phases and offer practical tools to navigate what's called ego death with more stability and kindness. Take what serves you, leave the rest. You set the pace. Here's a simple map. Shake up, ego death, enlightenment, integration, embodiment. The path is rarely linear. People go around and around 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's normal. Take a deep breath before you begin. Inhale through your nose. Exhale long and hard through your mouth. If something here triggers you, pause, take a sip of water, look around. Name 5 common things you see and come back when you're ready. The shake-up. Perhaps there's been a loss, a health scare, a burnout, or a chain of synchronicities you can't explain. The colors of your old life seem faded. You find yourself thinking, I can't do this on autopilot anymore. Sleep and appetite tend to fluctuate. Energy comes in bursts and then drops. Old jokes don't work. You feel less interested in performative versions of yourself, people-pleasing, overworking, and numbing. Your first remedy is radical curiosity. Grab a notebook and write, what has changed in the last week? Uncensored body, sleep, desires, limits, irritations, coincidences, moments of relief. Set a 3-minute timer and list nonstop. Underline 1 or 2 items that bother you. Ask, what are these changes trying to protect or restore? You don't need to fix anything today. Noticing is movement. 2 small experiments help. 1 honest minute. When asked how you are, answer truthfully for 60 seconds. And 1 small preference 3 times a day. Choose 1 small preference and honor it. Water instead of coffee. Fresh air instead of another scroll. Silence instead of noise. These experiences rebuild an internal compass that may have remained muted for years. Anticipate some resistance. People who have benefited from their autopilot may be confused. It shouldn't be a thesis. Try, I'm making some changes and taking it slow. When old identities no longer fit, most of us enter the most difficult chapter. Ego death and the dark night. This isn't madness. It's the unraveling of masks and roles. The scripts you've relied on, good son, director, savior, rebel, stoic, begin to dissolve. This collapse can evoke feelings of sadness, fear, inadequacy, or meaninglessness. Your mind may race to dramatic solutions. Quit your job, end your relationship, move out tonight. Now, the rule for this chapter. No irreversible decisions at the height of the storm. Stabilize yourself first, decide later. Start with your body. Do box breathing on 4 counts. Inhale 4 times, hold 4 times, exhale 4 times, hold 4 times, and repeat 4 to 8 times. Run cold water on your wrists or the back of your neck for 30 to 60 seconds. Drink water. Eat something simple like light protein, a root vegetable, or a piece of fruit. Rest if you can. Even 10 minutes with your eyes closed helps. Reduce your intake for 24 hours. Your system is asking for signal, not noise. Choose anchors. A short mantra. I am the observer, or this is intense and I can take care of myself in this. A person in control. Text. I'm feeling shaky today. Could you listen to me for 10 minutes? Content hygiene. Step away from scrolling through apocalyptic images. Signs of work. Intensity drops from 9/10 to about 6 to 7/10. You can eat or rest. Thoughts subside. Have a simple written safety plan. Who you will text, where you can go, what calms your body, and what warning signs indicate you're exceeding your tolerance window. If anxiety remains very high for hours, if urges to self-harm arise, or if you can't meet your basic needs, seek professional help where you live. Asking for help is courage. Common pitfalls include catastrophizing, chasing esoteric answers while neglecting sleep and nutrition, turning your awakening into an online performance. Use the antidotes. Narrow the horizon for the next 90 minutes. Dim lights after sunset. A warm shower, then cold water on your wrists and face. Write the manifesto privately and revise it in 72 hours. When your body feels a little safer, clarity has room to return. That's when glimpses of the next chapter emerge. Enlightenment. Insights come sometimes like a flash of lightning, sometimes like a gentle dawn. You might feel unity, feel compassion for someone you resented, or see a creative solution that was hidden in plain sight. Many report vivid dreams, a gentle peace, or a renewed appetite for beauty. Wonderful and delicate. The risk is spiritual bypassing, using the light to avoid practical life. The remedy, keep the gold, keep your feet on the ground. Start your mornings with a 5-minute check. What's truly in my body? What's mine to do today? What's not mine to carry? Get outside, if possible sunlight, and earth reset the nervous system. Notice 5 details: a color, a texture, a sound, a scent, and a temperature. If an insight arises, write it down and ask the compass question. Is this helpful right now? If so, do a shortened version today. If not, schedule a review for the weekend and return to your day. Let creativity return in small containers. 10 minutes of free writing, a song, a sketch, a simple meal prepared with care. You don't need to promise the internet a new identity. Test your insights on the body scale. Slow is gentle, gentle becomes fast. Relationships often feel different now, more tenderness, more clarity. Practice gentle, direct phrases. I need a quiet night. I'm not available for that tone. I can do it Tuesday, not today. Let the light adjust your boundaries, not just your mood. If old triggers are ignited, that's not failure. It's the next layer inviting truth. Integration and shadow work. Illumination without integration leaves cracks. Integration means embracing the parts you've exiled: shame, anger, neediness, control, the director afraid to rest, the child who learned to be nice to feel safe. You don't need to expose these parts to the world. Get to know them yourself. Parts journal. Write 3 lines. A part of me wants. A part of me fears. What does this part need right now? Respond like a caring adult. If the inner critic gets loud, add, what would make this 1% safer to experiment? Then create a tedious, actionable plan. For example, if a part fears being ignored, schedule a 10-minute check-in every afternoon. Hand on your heart. Take 3 deep breaths. And ask, what did I need today that I didn't get? Let your body help. Swing your arms and legs for 30 seconds. Yawn intentionally. Stretch your spine and roll your shoulders. Somatic micromovements complete stress cycles. Thoughts can't end. After difficult conversations, try the reset trio: water, movement, sunlight, a glass of water, a brisk 2-minute walk, a minute of sunlight or daylight by a window. Practice boundaries like spiritual hygiene. Borrow scripts. I'm against it and I hope for the best. I can't do this, but here's what I can do. I need to think and I'll answer tomorrow. You're not responsible for managing others' feelings about your limits. You're responsible for conveying the truth with clarity and kindness. Do a light 30-day digital cleanse. Unfollow accounts that spark envy, fear, or outrage. Mute notifications during focus blocks. Set a sleep schedule. Screens off an hour before bed. 1 low information day a week. Books, music, walks, conversations, silence can reset a depleted mind. Shadow work isn't about finding fault. It's about recovering energy trapped in exile. When a trigger arises, ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What needs to be hidden? What's the next gentle step I can take in 10 minutes? Just do that. Over time, you'll notice more capacity, fewer rough edges, and a calmer mind. As integration deepens, many are drawn to service, not as self-exclusion, but as overflow. This brings us to the final chapter, Incarnation and Service. Embodied spirituality is coherence in daily microchoices, not grand announcements. Think of it as a 1% project. Every day, identify one small point to align work, relationships, health, money, and home. Choose one action that takes 10 to 20 minutes and do it with full attention. Consistency trumps intensity. A simple 20-minute maintenance ritual holds this chapter together. 5 minutes to breathe box or long exhale. 10 minutes to write what I felt, what I learned, or gratitude. 5 minutes to plan an aligned act today. Put it on your calendar like any other commitment. When you keep small promises to yourself, your nervous system begins to trust you again. The signs of integration often arrive quietly, less reactivity, more presence. Truer no's and warmer yeses. Compassion with firmness. Your sense of time shifts, more windows of timelessness, fewer frantic edges. Recovery from stress is faster. This is progress. Service begins where you are. You don't need to save the world. Serve your corner. Check on a neighbor. Offer a skill for a local project. Send a heartfelt message to someone who helped you. If you have a public platform, remember, service without sustainability collapses. Maintain your rituals, sleep, and boundaries. A bright candle needs a steady cup. Relapses happen. Some weeks echo the dark night. This doesn't mean you failed. It means you are human. When this happens, go back to basics. Breathe, eat, rest, reach out. Move your body, get sunlight. Write for 10 minutes, name a next small step. Start again. Practice is the way forward. Let's close with a quick reset. Sit or stand with both feet on the floor. Notice the support beneath you. Inhale for a count of 4. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6 counts. Whisper, I can handle this. Relax your jaw, soften your tongue, and let your shoulders drop. Find a nearby object that's pleasing to the eye and rest your attention on it for a breath or two. Awakening occurs in cycles. If you are here tonight, you are not failing, you are in transition. Use what serves you, seek help if you need it, and remember, what is at its core is not lost in this process. If you'd like, share where you are and what practice you'll try in the next 24 hours. Your path matters. If this episode brought you any calm or clarity, keep the momentum going tonight. Vibrations of Renewal, my practical guide to micro-rituals for reconnecting with purpose. Download your copy. Try the first 3-minute bedtime ritual. And let your nervous system feel what safe and guided truly means. Then come back and share a small shift you've noticed in the comments. Your reflection might be the sign someone's been waiting for. Thank you for trusting me with your path. You were guided here for a reason. Now give that reason space to grow. Until next time, keep tuning into your higher frequency.